Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I figured let me do some sort of get ready with me. I used to do these here and there, and I haven't done one in a very long time. I think the last one I did was before I gave birth to my third kid, which was quite a few months ago, maybe even like 6+ months ago. So I figured I'd sit down and just put on my makeup and chit chat with you guys. It's more like therapy to me, so we're just gonna do a therapeutic tutorial today. This is not going to be a quick video either, so if you don't like these type of videos, just exit out. I get it, I get it. I'm not going to do these too often. I'll probably do them like once a month if that, just so I know that sometimes you just don't have 30 or 40 minutes to sit here and just listen to somebody blab. So alright guys, I haven't even done my brows. I'm going to use this Avon Ultra Luxe Brow Liner in dark brown. They don't make this anymore, so I've been trying to use up the ones that I do have. And I rarely do my brows on camera, so I'm going to do my full face today with you guys. I figured I wanted to do this too with you guys just to chit chat and let you guys know, you know, what's going on. I haven't done one of these. I really wanted to do one of these before I gave birth to my third kid, but that just became impossible. So I'm going to try to do these more often. And oh my gosh, it is so hot today, you guys. I'm like sweating already and I haven't even started. So I'm gonna get ready today because I have Little Mrs. Recital weekend. It's a whole weekend, which is today and tomorrow. I don't know when this is going up, but her recital is over the weekend. Yesterday was her rehearsal and it went very well. She's been doing this for a very long time and really likes it. So next year we're going to try to, yeah, picture me. I'm going to try to bump up how many classes she takes just to see if she really wants to stick with it or not. I'm going to set them with this Rimmel Brow This Way in medium brown. I'm not a fan of this stuff. This comes out super goopy. Look at that. It's so goopy that I always have to peel this off. The only thing I like about this, it lightens my brows a little. Other than that, don't like this too much, you guys. See, look at that. So much crap. I would not repurchase this, nor will I recommend it. So anyway, I end up going both days of recital, and Mr. Man picks the one day to go because he's a guy. He can't obviously sit through about 2.5 hours of dancing. Yeah, he can't handle that, which is fine. You know, little Miss just is happy that one of us is there, and she knows that I'm always there, the one, because this is my thing with her. Just like he does soccer with her, I do dance with her. I'm going to use my color tattoo in just beige, which is here. You guys know this is in my project pan. This stuff I love. Now I'm sure some of you guys have heard that these dry up pretty quickly, but I love when they dry up because they actually really, oh, look at that, really stick to my lid and helps the color stay. And it doesn't make the eyeshadows fade, it doesn't make them crease, it really makes them stay for a long time. So I actually like when these color tattoos dry a little bit and they're not so emollient. It actually works in my favor. And if I tend to use my finger because it warms up the product, so it's easier to kind of blend out, and I try not to tug at my lid. So we will not be taking the younger two, by the way, to this dance recital because it's just too much. I have to run to the backstage to get Little Miss or Little Lady and put her there. And if I take the two younger ones, Little Man and Little Miss, oh, could you imagine me running with two baby kids, and then having to drag her to the back of the stage and then run back to sit down and then run back again and get her? Too much. So Mr. Man's gonna stay with them today, and then tomorrow, since my mom is coming today to watch her, my mom's gonna stay with the two younger ones, so then me and Mr. Man can go tomorrow and watch Little Lady dance. I'm gonna use the Colored Raine Queen of Hearts palette. This has been my go-to palette with a few other ones this summer. I just can't put these down, and I love these. And it will be coming back in August now. It was originally October, now it's coming back in August. And it is permanent to the collection, so I kind of feel good using this thing. So it doesn't take much to build up color with this. Where is my Oh no. Oh, is that it? No. Huh. Well, I lost my Wet n Wild Brulee. I don't know where it is right now, but I'm just going to grab the cream color out of my Pro palette, Lorac Pro palette. This is another one I've been using a lot this summer for filling in the gaps of certain eyeshadow looks. But that's it. I'm sure if you follow me on Snappy Chappy, you guys know that Mr. Man coaches little ladies soccer team, and they won the championship this year, so he was super happy because he really wanted to win this year, because the person he was competing against is just very, very competitive and isn't a good sportsman-like person, coach, so he really wanted to beat her this year, and he did. I'm very, very proud of him because he did a good job. I'm gonna start off with this color right here, Royal Pepper. I don't even know how to say that. Don't even try, Alex. Just don't make yourself look stupid. So that color right there. Let's see. Last night we had a fire pit and it was so nice because we put all kids to bed. Little lady stayed up since she has no more school, and we let her play on the computer a little bit since her brother won't bother her when she's on the computer. Look how pigmented that is, and that's barely me going in there. Anyway, and we sat outside. I had a nice glass of wine, unwinded, even though the bugs were biting me. As you guys can see, I don't know if you guys can tell, but I've been getting bit like everywhere. Mosquito bites everywhere. But it was really, really nice. So, and it wasn't so hot and humid like today's really hot and humid. I am sweating. What else are we doing? Let me see. What else can I talk to you guys about? I went clothes shopping. I have been decluttering, like major decluttering. So I realized I have no casual shirts or even nice shirts to wear during the summer. Some of my dresses don't look right now because I still have that kangaroo pooch going on, which is annoying. I know I should be happy with, you know, the fact that I basically lost all the weight that I gained during my third pregnancy because I really watched what I ate. I still gained a lot, but I really watched what I ate, and after I had Little Miss, I really watched what I still ate, so it was easy for me to lose the weight. So I'm back to my weight that I was before I had her, but I'm still not back to the weight that I was once when I had Little Man, which I don't want to go back to that weight because I was very skinny then, but I do still want to lose a few more bits just to lose the gut. I can't stand the gut. It just drives me insane because if you look at me, I'm proportioned everywhere, and then certain shirts make me look like I'm still pregnant. Like, I'm not even pregnant, I'm like bloated, and I'm not used to that, and it's driving me insane. So anyway, I decluttered a lot of my clothes because I wasn't going to use them. And they were old too. Like, I've always been pretty good at staying at a certain weight, and I don't fluctuate in weight. So a lot of my clothes are very old. I'm not going to tell you how long some of the things were because it's just very old. So I got rid of them, and then I realized I had nothing just to hang around the house or to, if I wanted to just step out for lunch, something. I have really nice clothes, and then I had t-shirts. There was nothing in between. So I went shopping. I got gift cards for Mother's Day. Oh, I'm using Empress. This is the next color I'm using right here. I went shopping for Mother's Day, and I got myself quite a bunch of shorts because I only had one pair of shorts. One. And they were gifted to me like 4 or 5 years ago, so I needed shorts. I never bought shorts because I never was into shorts. I'd rather wear dresses or rompers and things, but now that those things didn't really fit me nicely, I went with shorts, and it's easier for me to sit on the ground with the younger two. So I went and bought shorts. So I got myself really nice shorts from Old Navy and a lot from Marshalls. So I went there, and then I also bought myself quite a few shirts like this one that I'm wearing right now. It could be worn like this or like this, so it's easy when I have the kids. I can wear it like this, and if like tonight when I don't have children, I can wear it like this and wear something nice, you know. So I did get myself quite a few nice things. Shoes, I haven't bought any, and I really should because some of mine had to throw them out because they were talking to me. And if you don't know what I mean like they were, the soul and the actual thing were falling apart, so they like were talking to you when you walked. So I had to toss those two. It's just little at a time. And I have been decluttering the whole house. Anything I don't use as far as the house, decorative stuff. I'm constantly decluttering baby things now that we're no longer having kids. No more children, you guys. I don't want any more. I've always said that 3 was my limit, and I just did not want any more kids. That's all I can mentally handle. That's all I can physically handle. That's all I can financially handle. Me and Mr. Man, that's all we could do. I don't want any more. He doesn't want any more. You know how like some women always get that baby fever and they're like, oh, I wish I had one more. No. No, 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 no. That is not even going through my head. That is not even anywhere near. And I have a feeling, and I'm pretty sure that in the future, that is also not going to happen. And the main reason why I say that is because I don't have babies. And what I mean by that is all 3 of my kids were born at this accelerated rate where everything they did ahead of the game. Everything. Like little Miss is older than Emily Noel's daughter here on YouTube. She already has part of her tooth sticking out. That's how quickly she wants her teeth to come in. Like everything. She's already standing. She already can, if you hold her, like she literally physically lifts herself up. Like my kids have always been like, I need to grow up quickly. So I never got to have an actual baby and enjoy them as babies. So I'm exhausted because I'm always on the edge. I'm always like this. I have eyes all over my body because I'm always having to like, I never can sit still. So I know I don't want any more. I don't want any more children. I'm good. I think I'm going to, I want to use this color right here. But I feel like this color matches me more, even though I already used it. Dilemmas. Let me swatch this one. Well, this one isn't too bad. Let's go with Royal Highness. We're going to do this one right here. I'm going to use my finger because it's easier to use these glitter ones with your finger. So, I am for sure that I do not want any more. They're just way too ahead of the game. Little lady started running. She never crawled, she never walked. She literally got up about a week before she turned 9 months and started running. I'm not even exaggerating when I say that. So, and then her brother, I was always told that boys take a little longer. No, 10.5 months. That kid was running as well. So, little Miss is literally right behind them. And I know that, you know, the younger kids emulate their older kids. I want to keep up, but it's just so exhausting. Kids in general are exhausting, and don't get me wrong, I love my kids, and I am so happy that I have my kids. They're healthy, they have all their limbs, you know, they don't have any health issues, and I'm very, very happy for that. Don't get me wrong, but it is exhausting. They don't joke when they say that kids are exhausting, and mine are just, even my doctor says that my kids are on this high protein acceleration program. I don't know what. I'm going to include this, I'm going to add this Your Majesty one just on top a little bit, just to make it more goldy. So yes, we're not having any more children. The whole entire spiel was we're not having any more kids. We're good. We're happy. We're content. We have both sexes, which we never thought we would. We're happy with our 3. I think 3 is a good number, even though a lot of people kept telling us that 3 is a lot for this day and age, which I do see that because most people only have 1 or 2 or none. I'm going to take a Duchess and put her on my Adder V. So we're happy with our 3. My 3 are, oh, the air conditioning's kicking on. So if you hear it, I'm sorry, but I'm literally sweating. What else do I have to tell you guys? Let me see. I don't know, like when I'm put on the spot, I don't know what to say, but I have a million things to tell you. You know how that works? Oh, yeah. Oh, Little Miss is starting track, or Little Lady. I keep mixing them two up. Little Lady started track, and she really likes it. And Mr. Man took her, because I stayed home with the younger 2. And he actually told me that he really enjoys it, and he's happy that she's doing it, because 1, he's not the one coaching. And 2, because he was a runner, brings him back. He still runs to this day. It's not like he stopped running. He still runs. Like, that's his exercise, is running. Oh my gosh, I am seriously sweating like crazy. Oh, these lights don't help. Oh, lordy, lordy. Oh, so he liked the track. I have yet to see it, so I'm curious. And a lot of people are like, why is she doing track during the summer when it's really, really hot? They do track at night, so it's from 6 to 8, around there. I'm taking this Urban Decay Super Curl Curling Mascara. I think this is discontinued, but I just like to use this one when I do falsies because it's okay. It's not my favorite, but I'm just going to use it because I'm going to put on some falsies. But anyway, she does track at night in the evening, so it's not super hot and she's not dying. Obviously, if there's a heat wave and we as her parents feel like it's just way too hot for her to run outside, we won't take her to track. It's not mandatory. It's something for her to try out and see. And since it runs in the family, not my family, since it runs in his family, she really does like to run a lot. Since I told you guys, that's the first thing she did was run. She didn't walk, she ran when she got up. So we're testing that sucker out. I'm going to use these Red Cherries 523. These remind me of the Ardell Wispies, not Demi Wispies, the Wispies, and my 415s, my favorite 415s, which I still have yet to repurchase because I really like those. I just haven't had the chance to get online and do it. I'm going to use my, of course, my Kiss strip, this one right here, my Kiss Lash Glue. Love this stuff. Love it. So Mr. Man right now is at the gym with the 2 older ones. That's probably why you hear it quiet, but it will get rowdy very soon. Once they come back, it will get rowdy. And little miss, I have her napping right now. And she's not a good napper. All of my children have been awesome nighttime sleepers. They sleep a minimum of 10 hours through the night. They never wake up. They rarely wake up, I should say. Like here and there, if maybe a tooth is bothering one of them, or if one of them was sick, things like that. The normal things that kids would wake up for. But all 3 of my children have always been great nighttime sleepers. Daytime nappers, the worst. They have all given me hell during the day. So I've always said I'd rather take them during the day when I'm awake and alive and supposed to be awake, and deal with their crying and their not wanting to nap and, you know, all the chaos and the exhaustion. As long as they sleep at night, they got to give me one or the other. We got to have a compromise. So that's our compromise. So I'm pretty sure she'll be waking up. I put her down like maybe 15 minutes ago. She'll probably have another 15 minutes and wake up because that's how she does it. So you might hear her in the background again because I have nobody here to watch her. Nobody here to watch her. So I do have a lot of stuff on my vanity. If you guys can see my vanity, I have a lot of stuff that I've been testing out behind the scenes, getting back to you guys on videos. I am super excited about my July videos because I have laid everything out just so I can have an idea, because I have to really coordinate with Mr. Man and his schedule at work to film certain videos. So I have to lay it out so I know exactly what I'm doing, because once he tells me, oh, okay, go film, I can't linger, I can't you know, just sit here and think like, oh, what should I film? No, I have to be ready. And whenever he says, all right, have the opportunity, or when I tell him I need to film, he knows as well. Oh, that air feels so good. It was burning up in here. I'm glad you guys like my new background. I know it's been a few months now that I've been having this background, but I had to do it because we, with 2 kids, were at maximum capacity in this house. This is our starter home. This was never our forever home. So this was our, we're gonna grow into a family kind of thing, and we wanted to wait. Wanted to wait until we moved into our forever home, which was supposed to have an extra bedroom, and then consider having a third. That did not work. Obviously, you guys know that life has other things in store for you. God says, no, I have something better for you. So now we are overflowing in this house. So little miss is in our bedroom, which is where I film. So her stuff is behind there. Like I have a bunch of her stuff, her hamper, a bunch of her, she literally lives in our room with us. So there's 3 people in this room. And it's very crowded. So that's why I'm decluttering so much of everything, because we have no space. We really have no space. So I'm trying to keep everything at a minimum. I've always said whenever I bring something in as far as makeup, I pulled something out, which I've been doing awesome with. I'm very, very proud of myself for that. But yeah, we're still maxed out in this house. But we are planning on moving. We are currently trying to save up for our next home. We have been looking at homes. We're not rushing. We don't want to rush into something, and because we don't want to keep moving. That's the thing. We have 3 kids now. When we moved into this house, we only had 1, and it was still hard then. And we didn't have much things either, because we literally lived in a little 2x4 condo. It was so tiny. I could lay, and I would be in the living room, kitchen, dining room, hallway area. That's how tiny it was. It was super tiny. So we didn't have much when we came into this house. And obviously, for those of you that live on your own, you know that you can accumulate a lot. But this year I've just told myself, you got to declutter, which I've been doing great with, because once the time comes that we decide we're ready to get out of here and we have to pack, I'm not packing things that I don't want to take. Because I'm going to have to pack for 5 people in total, plus the house. Because this darn thing. Because you know that it's going to all fall down to me. So hopefully, the goal is in the next home, I will have my own beauty room. Beauty area, beauty section. We're counting on a beauty room. Like my actual room where I can shut the door, lock it kind of thing. Because right now, since little miss sleeps with us in our room, I can't wake up early to film and get it out of the way before all kids wake up, because she's still in here sleeping. So it's very hard for me to pick a time where I know I can sit down and film and have it ready. I'm always having to do a billion things, so it's just very hard. All right, I'm going to use this Rimmel Stay Matte Primer. I'm almost done with this. I forgot to show this to you guys in my project pan. But literally, I'm like squeezing the last bits of it. So I just want to use this up. It is good, but what else is new with my life? Ay. We're trying to do a barbecue. This will be interesting. We were supposed to do a barbecue last year at our home, but I had the worst morning sickness with the 3rd child, and that was all last summer. Last summer, at this time last summer, I was literally dying on the couch. I could not get up. I only got up if I needed to. It was really bad. Like I hated it. I hated the 3rd pregnancy as far as the symptoms went. Oh my gosh, it was bad. I'm going to use my MAC Steward Fluid foundation. This might be a little light for me. I'll warm it up with bronzer, but I have a feeling this is going to be a little too light, because I did get a little bit of a tan, but I need something that's going to stick with me today, because it's going to be a long day. A long day of running around and sweating. So anyway, so we're going to try to do a barbecue this year. Mr. Man and I like to host. We like to have gatherings, especially in the summer, since we have such a big yard and a pool and a trampoline, and just we have all the amenities here. Might as well enjoy it, because you never know when we will no longer have this house if we move. Because I already told him, if we don't move and these kids get older, I want him to build me a huge master suite up 2nd floor, and I'd be okay with that. But we do want to move. And we don't want to go into a neighborhood. We want to be away, but not completely in the woods. I can't do the whole wood thing. but we don't want to be in like a neighborhood where you're like, you stick your arm out and you're touching your neighbor's siding. That's not our thing. So we'll see where we go. Only God knows where we'll do, where we'll be, where we'll go. And we're not stressing over it. We're just happy that we do own a home right now and we have it. We're able to afford it. You know what I mean? Like, so we're not ungrateful either. And we got a bonus pool that we didn't expect to get with this house and a nice yard. So I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining. That's all I gotta say. I'm not complaining. Yeah, this is definitely just a tad light. Just a tad light. I am, let me see these two right here. I'm going to use this NW20. I forgot I had these concealers, and I really should use these because they're good and they're expensive. So I'm going to use NW20, which is more of a pinky tone. I want it to brighten under my eyes, and whenever I use this, I don't really need to use a corrector too much because it's pretty good. It's pretty good at correcting and hiding. So brace yourselves, guys, because next year I might be out of here. That's our goal, at least. You know, you always set goals, but sometimes it doesn't work out that way. And I always say, and this is what I've always lived by my whole life, I don't expect anything and I accept everything. That way I am never disappointed. So that's how I've always lived my life. I just go with the flow. I don't get mad if life throws me a curveball. I just gotta do what I gotta do. Just keep going. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. Oh, the Minion movie. So there's a Minion movie, or not the Minion, Despicable Me Part 3. What do you guys think? Would you take a 2.5-year-old to the movie theater to watch a movie? He's not, again, you know, I already told you my kids are very, very active. But I think that maybe if we give him popcorn and he knows that his sister's with him, he might sit still. Like me and Mr. Man really want to watch this movie, but that consists of somebody having to watch both of the kids. And my mom would do it, but I just feel terrible always having to ask her to do it. And I only like to use my tokens for emergencies. I'm going to use my Smashbox Halo Hydrating Powder to set under my eyes. So I only want her to watch the youngest because obviously we can't take the baby. But I really want to watch that movie. Mr. Man and I have not gone to the movie theater. If you know the movie Dracula, the new one that came out in like, it was in the winter time, like fall. Maybe it was 2014 that movie came out. That's the last time we went to a movie theater. Because we just never get time. And then when we want to go anywhere, it's to eat a nice dinner because we never get to eat. I'm using my NYX Set It Don't Fret It. We never get to eat in peace in this house. It's always having to feed somebody, having to hold someone. I'm sure you guys are probably thinking I'm miserable. I'm not miserable. I promise you. I love my kids. I wouldn't have it any other way. You know, I'm very blessed to have them. And I didn't say anything too much about my third pregnancy because there was a lot of things that went on during the third pregnancy and I just felt guilty because I was having another child that I did not plan, that I should say we did not plan. I'm going to use my Smashbox Primer Water. I like to set my face when I throw powder on it. We didn't plan her, and obviously we welcome any child that we have, but we didn't plan her. But at the time there was three family members that are very close to me and Mr. Man. They're both from both sides of the family, and all three of them were experiencing miscarriages, were experiencing possibility of never having a child. 2 out of the 3 now have a second child. The third one hasn't tried and is afraid, and still is afraid that it may happen again. So I felt so guilty and so horrible that I literally can get pregnant like this and carry a child and give birth to a child with mostly no complications. Like, I didn't have any complications with all three of my pregnancies. And I just felt so bad. And to me, you're gonna find this weird. I'm gonna use this IT Cosmetics Vitality Disc. I'm gonna use the bronzer out of here. So I'm gonna use that right there. But last year when I took that pregnancy test and assumed it was going to say no, I just figured I was going to take it just because and just get it out of my mind, you know, like just rule that out. And then when I saw it that it said that I was pregnant, like I literally, my heart sank, because I was just like, oh my gosh, I still have a baby. My son had just turned 1. And I was like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? Anyway, that mentality of you being 17, even though I didn't have any of my kids at 17, I had them older, but you know, when you're like 17 and you're, oh my gosh, I'm pregnant, I'm gonna tell mom, you know, kind of thing, that ran through my head. Even though I was married, had already 2 kids, had a house, live on my own for so long, I still had that in my head. So anyway, so when we found out, I made my doctor's appointment and I told Mr. Mann, and because of everyone around me having issues getting pregnant, 1, I felt super guilty. And 2, to me, it felt like it was, I took this as like, it was a flu. There was an epidemic. I caught the bug. And I thought to myself, there's no way I'm going to be able to carry a 3rd child and be okay. Like, this is going to be a miscarriage, or this is not going to stay, this is not going to stick. Like, that's how my mind thought, because so many people around me were having so many issues, that for me, I was just like, no, this is not going to stick. I'm sure I'm going to lose this baby. And I was prepping myself for it. Just like you prep yourself for the flu, you know you're going to throw up, you know you're going to have the runs, you know you're going to be sick for a week, you're not going to go to work, etc., etc. That's how my mind was working at that time. So when I went to my doctor's appointment, I told my doctor, I told her 2 things. I said, please, I want you to, 2 things. I said, 1, you have to tell me how many kids are in there. Because I had this horrible, like, it's going to be twins kind of thing. Everyone kept jinxing us. And I'm like, I don't want twins. And I told her, I said, make sure there's only 1. And please tell me if this child is going to stick. And she just looked at me like, I don't understand what you mean. But, okay, lady. You're the cuckoo bird one. I'll do what you tell me. But she kind of looked at me funny. And I never explained myself, nor did she ask me to explain myself. I'm going to use this Mally Effortless Air Brush. What is this? Effortlessly Blush. I have both colors. I would go with the peachy one, but I think I'm going to go with the pretty pink today, which is the ones that I hauled. Let me see. Yeah. Anyway, so when she checked, she's like, no, there's only 1. And then she tells me, she goes, nope, this baby has a very strong heartbeat. And at the time, I was already 2 months pregnant at the time, and I had no idea. So I got out of the doctor. I went to Mr. Mann. I'm like, no, this is staying. So and I told him, I said, I just want to tell the parents, I want to get this done and over with. I just want to let them know. So I let my parents, we let both of our parents know, obviously. They were happy and delighted because they knew we were contemplating on a 3rd. They just didn't expect it to be so close in age or so quickly either. And obviously it was not planned. But I had such a hard and difficult time telling those that were having a hard time having a baby, because here I am, like, I felt bad that I didn't ask for it and I got it and I'm being ungrateful kind of thing. So I cried for a full week, like non-stop crying for a full week. Like, I'm going to start crying now. I'm not going to cry. But I cried for a full week because of this. And then I picked myself up and I told myself, you know, if this is meant to be, if this is what it was in God's hands, then God will follow through and it's going to stay, and, you know, he'll figure it out and everything's going to be fine. And I honestly can tell you that if I didn't have Mr. Mann next to me to help me, I'm going to start crying. Stop it, Alex, stop it, don't cry. If I didn't have Mr. Mann next to me to kind of like tell me also it's going to be okay, you know, it is what it is, you know, we're going to pull this through together, I think I would have probably like gone on the deep end because it was hard. I'm also going to use the highlighter that came with it. This is what it looks like, by the way. So I'm very, very grateful that I have him by my side, and he's always been supportive of any decision that I've made. You know, it was a hard decision because we weren't prepared. We're still not prepared for a third kid, but He has his ways. And at that time when I found out I was pregnant, I had just quit my job. Remember that? I had just quit my job. So that was another thing that was running through my head is, oh my gosh, I just quit my job. How are we going to be able to afford it? And God just took care of everything. Mr. Man ended up getting 2 different, he's still in his job, but within his job, he has moved to one department, and then they moved him again recently, and this recent move has just been so awesome because it has helped us financially so much, so much. And one of the main reasons why we decided that, all right, we're going to save up to get a house, and we're able to do it because of that. And I'm able to get the things that I need and not have to, you know, pull little miss out of our little lady out of her dance and her soccer and track. And we've just been so blessed because we honestly, me at least, I didn't know where we were going to be at. And I'm so happy that everything really does work out in the end. And I've learned that, and I know that, and I give myself a hard time, and I know I should always trust in God and know that He has a plan and it's His way. And also, I will honestly tell you, if I didn't have my 3rd child when I did, I don't think I would have had a 3rd kid. Even though all this time I've always wanted 3 kids, I think that my age, me, mentally saying I don't think I could handle anymore because I'm 33 or I was going to be 35 or whatever it was, I don't think I would have had another one. I think I would have stopped. And I may have been that woman that said, I wish I would have had the 3rd. And I didn't want to be that person. I wanted to have my 3 and deal with it. And, you know, even though I'm exhausted and I have more gray hair than I did a year ago, I love my kids. They're all different. But if you look at them all, as far as physically, they all look the same. Everyone laughs because they say I have a mold. Mr. Man and I have a mold, and that's just it. They all look a little bit different in their own way, but you could tell they're all siblings. You'll definitely know when they're out. They're gonna be like, oh, you're so and so's sister. Oh, you're so and so's brother. Just like they do with me and my sisters now. Like me and my sisters look so much alike that they know. Oh, your sister's so and so. Yep, that's us. So my kids will go through the same thing. Same thing Mom went through. So that is the update on that. Oh, I'm going to use my Marc Jacobs gel liner to tight line. And there are so many people out there too that are so deserving of a child that it kills me that they have issues. If I could carry a kid for someone, I'd really consider it. Because I really thought that I was only going to have 1 kid. And I waited too long to have my second one. But I'm telling you, God knows more than we do. And He knows why He does certain things. So I'm just going to try to clean this up right here. I have no clue what I'm going to do for my lips. Let me check. I'm going to use my Avance Neutral lip liner. I really like this lip liner. This is slowly becoming my favorite. I just can't put it down. It has like a warm undertone to it, so it looks really nice for the summer. And that's what happens when you talk. You try to do your liner. And then we're going to use Honeycomb by Bite Beauty. Honeycomb. You guys always figure out, I always have lipstick on my teeth. No matter what I do. I'm just known to have lipstick on my teeth. Alrighty, let me fix my hair. Alright, this is as good as my hair is gonna get because I am sweating. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know if you guys want me to continue to do these therapeutic therapy tutorials. I have no clue what I'm going to call it, but you guys saw it in the title by now. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will link all of the products that I use in this video, and I will hear back from you guys in the comment section if you guys want me to do this once a month. You know, you guys are family, so what do we do with family? We have therapy sessions. So I figured, let me chit chat with you guys, try to get closer to you guys. Even though I don't show my family on camera or on any of my social media, I still like to share things that we do as a family, you know, and get your advice and your opinions and things. So thank you guys so much for watching. I will catch you guys in my next video, and don't forget that a smile is the best makeup a girl can wear. Bye guys.